Shalom, friends, and welcome to this week's installation of a Bisseleh Torah. Vayaytzay is the name of the parashah that we're reading this week, and it has so many familiar elements in the story that we probably would instantly recognize. But it is the first pasuk or first sentence that I want to pay particular attention to now with you. It reads, Vayaytzay Yaakov mi Beersheva vayilech Harana. And Jacob exited his land, his homeland of Beersheva, and went to Haran. Now Rashi looks at this very carefully and asks, why the double verbs? Two verbs basically describing the same thing. Why does the text say, and Jacob left and Jacob went? And he answers his own question with the following comment. He said, when a tzaddik leaves a community, the community is bereft by the absence of that individual. So when Jacob left Beersheva, the community fell. Its light was significantly diminished by the departure of Jacob. Rashi, while not saying it explicitly, is intimating that everybody matters because you never know who the tzaddik is. A tzaddik may exist in every community, and probably does, and maybe there are several tzaddikim in our or your community, and this righteous individual needs to be coveted, needs to be treated with kindness, with deliberation, and with joy. But here's the key. We never know who the tzaddik is. Well, sure, you may guess it's this person, it's that person, but we ultimately do not know. And therefore, every person has to be treated as if they are the potential tzaddik. Leading Hillel some 2,000 years ago to say, Al tifrosh min hatzibur, don't disconnect yourself from a community, because everybody matters. It's the aggregate, the final tally of who is in a community that can make all the difference in the world. And when one person is excised, when one person is put at the periphery, and they walk away because they say, well, nobody appreciates me, nobody likes me, nobody cares for what I have to say, I'm treated as dispensable, the community loses a significant part of who it is and no longer can be whole. Think of it in terms of a body, if you will. We need all of our limbs, we need our eyesight, we need our nose, we need our mouth, we need our head. We need all of this to function as a complete individual. And if any of these parts is lost, we're not whole. So it is with every member of a community as well, that every person needs to be coveted and treated as if they were the tzaddik or an integral part of the community, that without them we are less than whole. Bar Tanura, who was a commentary on this statement by Hillel 2,000 years ago, says, even in Sarot, even in its time of travail and trouble, don't separate yourself from the community, because if you don't participate in its pain, you'll never participate in its joy and ultimate redemption as well. All the way going back to Rashi's comment initially that we learned that everybody matters or nobody matters. Everybody's a tzaddik in potential, or nobody will be recognized as such, and we will be an incomplete whole. The lesson is powerful and compelling. Be a part of the community. Support one another. Support your family. Support the people that sit next to you. Support the people who you really don't know terribly well. And support the people who you do not know at all, whose names are not known to you. Because again, we all matter as a whole, or none of us count at all. We depend upon each other for our survival, for our thrival, and for our ultimate redemption. Shabbat Shalom.